comes from midway in the end zone. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, back up close to their own end zone. Brown will throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Tennessee. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3 and out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'd love to get something started here, down 6-0. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And wings it incomplete.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all. But no surprise, when you start the game 0 for 4 QB, you've got no points on offense.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick 6 here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick 6 rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. He's got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal pattern.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Jordan. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown ball. A quick strike, just as we expected. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. He'll return it. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. Take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Oh, he's got some space. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Oh, he's got a chance. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers.
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They own the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
Looking for the two-point try. Direct snap. It's Jordan. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8.
How about that for aggressive? You march down the field, you score a touchdown on the opening drive of the game, and you go for 2, and it all is great. 8-0 early.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looking for a man. It's Young. Quarterback extends the play. The sure hands. It's Brown. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Down a touchdown right out of the chute. They'll try to keep their first drive alive by converting on 4th down from their own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The sure hands, it's Boston. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. And the Tigers in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on third down. He's going to run it. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now on first down from the 28. Leaves it with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Tight end now in motion. Back to throw, it's Young. Fires to the big fella. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Oof. You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And they can't make the connection. 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Creates a little space. They bring him down, and that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Running to Green. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. On the snap, it's Jordan. Look out, he's got room. There he goes down the right side.
Well, on that fourth down, if they don't...
Start us off. Coming out with it, it's Haynes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Just going to keep it after the snap. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Looks as if he's going to run it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Here they come, trying to convert a third and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on third down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Quarterback keeps it, and he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. offense gets set for second down. They want to run this quarterback. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. 8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. This quarterback part of their running game. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
We're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year. And there is a good example of opening drive of the game. You're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive the ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
It's caught. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Ducks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Calls his own number. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Final play before the end of the quarter. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Breaks into the open. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They've got a first down here to open the period. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back has it. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. They'll move the tight end. Snap to the back. Got room to work. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Tight end now in motion. Back has it. Shakes off the defender. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back, and some room to work. There he goes.
How do you not respect the big fellas? This doesn't take you back in the time machine to the days when a fullback was on the field every single play. then you're missing out because fullbacks are awesome. They're just low maintenance. They're not divas like wide receivers. They just block most of the time, don't say much. And then you give them the football, and occasionally you get some big plays like this, and they hit somebody so hard they got snot bubbles coming out of their nose.
Send the tight end in motion. Direct snap. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Jordan. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On the snap, it's Jordan. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. And going to the run is going to backfire as the clock runs out here in the first half. Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back has it. Finding an escape route. Turning it on! He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Snap to the back. Finds a little space. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And you gotta throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field. Always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give them the ball, give them a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
The tight end. Direct snap. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Tight end now in motion. Back has it. Finds some fresh air. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Send the tight end in motion. Snap to the back. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. try to convert from the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Jordan. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Looking to throw, it's Tebow. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7. This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he's not going to take the touchback. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Runs through a tackle. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Jordan. Finding open areas. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Direct snap. It's Jackson. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
And the sense of urgency has got to go up now for the defense, right? You just failed on fourth down. You're trailing just under 3 minutes to go. What can the defense do? Can you create a turnover? Can you at least get a quick 3 and out to give yourselves a chance to win?
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time, and he can throw so many options, but you just can't.
Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback...
The extra point is blocked. He's got a chance to take this one back. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Got the first down and more. Oh, a lot of space. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. He'll be out of bounds. Good pickup on that play, and we're at the 2-minute timeout. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Jordan. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tennessee!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football.
Oh, they blocked it. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game...
Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And with that takeaway, the defense has just left the door open just enough maybe for their team to come back. They needed a takeaway badly here late in the game, and they got...
Breaks into the open. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Jordan. He stopped short of the first down marker, had to get it to the 30-yard line, and now they're staring at 4th and short. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look and create an opportunity for big plays. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that wildcat, and they give up a big play. On the snap, it's Jordan. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. Lining up in the wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. And he's got it. A late touchdown. Probably window dressing, but still a sliver, albeit very slight.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
They'll line up to go for two. Direct snap. It's Jordan. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. 16 seconds left, and to pull off the comeback, they'll have to get the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. A run for the quarterback. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? To the air, it's Washington. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10, here he comes.
I love this. If I'm a defensive guy, I got them backed up to start the game inside their own 10. The crowd yelling in their ear, creating a little bit of momentum. Picture perfect start for this defense.
The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. There he goes. Bust through behind his pad. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Direct snap. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. Slithers into space. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Vols! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
He gets it in there for the two-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense in a bunch formation. Dropping back, it's Shapen. Got a man, it's Harris. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
What a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out. But to be able to break on the football when it's thrown on those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down.
4th and 1, I think everybody in the stadium knew what was coming. It was going to be QB sneak, trying to get some push. Quarterback, see if you can find a crease, pick up the first, keep the drive alive.
And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On the snap, it's Jordan. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Direct snap, it's Jordan. Got a little space. Turning it on. Hits him with a stiff arm. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And how about this offense? What are you thinking as a defense right now? I'm thinking pass, pass. Bringing in guys, making sure I stay deep, playing for the pass, and they run the run right at him. Kind of catch him off guard, get the big yardage, big play, first down for this offense.
Snap to the back. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Running into the open space.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
On the direct snap, it's Jackson. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Jordan. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on fourth.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
They'll move the tight end. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on 4th down. Instead, they back up. And they'll send out the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Just drives in between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Back to throw, it's Shapen. Floating away. The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Hunter. And he'll be brought down. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds his man. It's Hunter. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback, this guy is virtually uncoverable.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the middle. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Under fire. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Shapen. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. Still on his feet at the 45. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Man, really nice job by the defense. Understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it. Bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice 3rd down stop.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Jordan. Breaks the tackle. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Volunteers. Great job by the back on the option.
What I like about this running back is he can do it different ways. He can hurt you running between the tackles. He's got great vision, but he's also got a lot of speed. And I love the fact that this offense can go option. They can trust the quarterback to make the right decision, pitch it out to him wide, and then you see the speed. There's so many different...
And the ball is free on the pitch. And they lose the ball out of bounds. Big loss of yardage on that one, but at least they've got another shot.
17, Ohio State, 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Chapin. Swings it out to the flat. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back. And
picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Tennessee. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
That makes the score Tennessee 24, Ohio State 0.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight up front.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Quick toss. Breaks into the open. Touchdown Vols! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
The running back is going to get the long touchdown run on the stats, but the option was run beautifully. How about the timing down the line of scrimmage? A perfect pitch, and the running back takes it and does the rest. That's why this offense is hard to stop. So many options on so many plays.
This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion but was denied. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. One more snap before the end of the quarter. Back to pass, it's Shapen. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Flying out to the left. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick 6, and then your offense gets the 2-point conversion. Wow.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Shapen. Trying to set up the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
With the catch, it's Hudson. Smashes and runs through another guy. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, down to throw. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Takes it all the way down to the floor after making the grab, and they're set up. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and goal. The play action fake. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Jordan. He'll pitch it. There he goes. The 40. The 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Trying play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Wants to throw. It's Chapin. Fires to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Oh, better look out. Picks up the 1st down. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Direct snap. It's Jordan. He'll toss it.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. And this is blown up, going nowhere as the defense was ready for the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. And into the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? On the snap, it's Simpson. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Makes his man miss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. The corners are walked up tight. He'll ride his man on the option. He's in open space downfield. Got the first down and more. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The option look. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. Oh, the big fella. Look at the big fella rumble. Touchdown, Tennessee. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Here comes the 2-point try. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Chapin. Gets it to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo.
Brings up 2nd down.
Off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Hunter. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. This one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Volunteers will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. To the air. It's back. Quickly complete. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes to the right. He's at the touchdown, San Diego State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
The dream start for this offense. You get the ball at 25, and you go 75 yards, play one. Everybody excited, everybody confident, everybody jacked up. That's the way you start a football game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here. Tight end now in motion. Direct snap. It's Jordan. Turning it on! Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Lining up in the wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Snap to the back. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
And David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give them a bone, reward them. Now they'll block harder and they'll block longer in the future.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down. They might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. Creates a little room.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
We've reached the break. It's San Diego State holding the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. We thought we'd we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Send the tight end in motion. On the snap, it's Jackson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
On the direct snap, it's Jordan. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
Direct snap. It's Singleton. Oh, he's got some space. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Singleton.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, on second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Can't get him to the ground. Brought down, but not before he pulled his way inside the 10 to the 8. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Singleton. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. It's Jordan.
Well, the decision to go for it on fourth down pays off. They get it. Expect them to go fast here down close to the goal line.
And now a chance to pull even. First and goal as we get late in the first half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. Line getting set on second down. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. And the Wildcat has turned to disaster. A big loss as the defense was all over it.
Fourth down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. absolute shank. Missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back has it.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Snap to the back. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. They'll move the tight end. Back has it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The defensive front had that one spelled out from the beginning, and the fullback went fully backward.
Nowhere to go. That's a quick-hitting play, too. You get the ball to the fullback. You're trying to get him downhill to hit somebody fast. Nowhere to go.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown ball! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. On the snap, it's Jordan. He's into the end zone for the 2, and he gives them the lead. So they take over with great starting field position, moving 36 yards. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Hand off from the gun. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. To throw, it's Beck. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick.
I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Tight end now in motion. Snap to the back. Oh, he's got a chance. Pass escapes him, still on his feet.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
Direct snap.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion. Back has it. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
One thing you know with this guy, at fullback, he's not going to fumble the football. And I think that's why they're handing it off to him in the 4th quarter with the lead.
Direct snap. It's Jackson. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On the direct snap, it's Jackson.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
And it looks as if we'll pick up maybe a couple.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. If they knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Jackson. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Tennessee.
And the field goal unit stays put. They will try to deliver the haymaker and deck them with a touchdown on 4th and goal. Looking for the end zone. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
And they add another touchdown late. Listen, this game's over. We all know that, but they're running the football. It's your job defensively to play physical and try to get the stop late and make sure they don't continue to get in the end zone.
This was hardly an offensive juggernaut, but sometimes you lean on your defense and grind out a win.
This was a defensive struggle, no doubt about it, but we know this is a team game, and the defense certainly did what they needed to do. The offense just barely did enough. That's the important part, and David, moving forward, they're going to have to play better on that side of the ball.
I think it looked more like an offensive struggle, not a defensive struggle. They definitely brought their A game, but listen, all you needed was enough points. Win, advance, build some confidence, find some things with this offense down the road that you do better.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.